and I think we're getting called. Oh, we're getting called to move.
Okay. Right.
Right.
Well, we'll be back. Hey guys, it's Shiva.
It's Luigi.
And welcome to Road Trip's second episode. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. How are you?
Today we went to the pub. Met up with lots of friends. Well, I'm saying lots of friends. We met up with a couple of people, which was nice to just to see familiar faces, I guess. And then he came out to the pub, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He loved it.
Yeah.
Carried around by new people. Surprising.
Yeah, I know, and it takes him quite a while to adjust to people. But just like that, shout out if you're watching, Queen Mark, Ina, Gab. Yeah, he warmed up to you really fast.
Yeah, he did. By the way, if you guys are hearing trickling, we're currently in the middle of rain, so
yeah,
it might be a nice, smooth, soothing background, I guess.
Yeah.
Listening to raindrops.
I guess.
Well, yeah, lovely.
How about you? How have you been?
I've been good, yes. After that, we drove here, and it was, again, like I said, it was my first time driving here in the wet rain, and I was a bit nervous. Still getting used to the car, so yeah.
That's good. Hey, every road experience
is good experience. That's true.
And you shouldn't beat yourself too much for it, because, you know.
It's a nice view though, like on my right.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
There's a windmill.
A miss.
There's fog.
Fog, yeah.
Fog right now.
Yeah.
Typical British weather.
So yeah. Welcome to our episode 2.
Yeah, we're here.
So I think last episode I was talking about how I enjoyed shopping, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way, as a therapy of like coping with stress and anxiety. And with shopping comes a great deal of receipts. Fuck it.
That's true.
Which I think it kind of, it would be a perfect fit for our episode 2, which is, getting, things that we want compared to things that we need, and how we differentiate them. So so if I ask you, like, how would you differentiate things that you need compared to things that you want?
I guess to sort of make it simpler for me, I use Lenny as an excuse. If it's for him, it's a need, because obviously he's still a toddler. Oh my gosh, our kid's a toddler.
I know, he's a toddler. A big boy.
He's a big boy now, but he's still little to us. And I base it off of him. If he has something that, is essential, I classify it as a need, because we need it for our family, or for you as well. If something will benefit you, I'll just categorize that as a need. But if it's something that I know I can live by for the next 2 weeks or the next month, that's a want. I guess that's how I differentiate it. But I haven't been that. Actually, you know what? I've been quite good this month. You have?
Actually, you have, yeah. This month, yeah.
Yeah.
So far, it's only been, what, 7 days in the month?
Yeah.
You've been good in these past 7 days.
I've been good. I mean, last month.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, how about you? How do you sort of categorize what comes first? What's a priority to you?
Like, if you ask me this, I'd say like 3 years ago, I'd be in the same boat where I wouldn't know, because back when we were students, like, we just spend. And so get that student loan, we just spend it, bro. Gone after a day.
Yeah, no, for real. To be fair, when we got like that chunk of money, and for me, I wasn't really allowed to work whilst I was studying. Like my parents were quite traditional, especially my dad, saying that, oh, if you work part-time, you're not gonna finish school, you're gonna just start loving money and just work towards that. And I was like scared, because I was a goody two shoes. Not saying that I am not now, but I mean I really followed and obeyed what they wanted.
Yeah.
And when I was at uni and I just got my first maintenance loan,
Yeah.
gone out the drain. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was the first time I felt really liberated, but at the same time, that was the first time I knew that I was gonna go into debt.
Yeah, oh, say no
That's
more.
scary.
Yeah, I mean it's the same with me. Like my parents wouldn't let me work because they said I love the money so much I'll stop studying. But because of that, when I went to uni and I got that student loan, those the things that I couldn't buy when I was still living with them.
Yeah.
And I got that money, I suddenly get this bunch of sack filled with paper. Oh yeah, paper.
Make it rain.
Yeah, and when I see something, I'm like, oh, that looks nice. Like, I'll just buy it. Like, if I see a nice shoes, I'll be like, oh, that looks nice. I'll just buy it. New fresh of clothes. You know, the first big purchase I made when I got a student loan, bought a laptop.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Bought a laptop like a day after. The same day my rent came out, which was like $1.50 for that semester. I bought a laptop on top of that. That was like £400. Like,
Oh my god.
I know, like I was not financially smart back then.
I know. I mean, was that the most expensive thing that you bought? What was the most expensive thing that you spent on?
I'd say that plane ticket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, plane ticket. Yeah.
Tickets.
But yeah, like back then it was really hard. But compared to now, I guess what you said, we kind of use Lenny as a scapegoat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for Lenny. Oh, I need this.
Yeah. Even if we don't need it. If it's ice cream, it's for Lenny.
But you know, like it's such a bad habit though. Like,
Yeah, it is.
To just buy things that you think you want, but you don't necessarily need, because next thing you know, you end up with a bunch of clutter.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like our clothes, I think we've been really smart, and we've been actually overhauling some of our old clothes
Every season.
basically every season, and I think it's just one thing to get out of our minds, but then once we overhaul and like donate our clothes to charity. Oh, speaking of, they've got clothes bins there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, maybe we can go back here. There you go.
Yeah,
The more
exactly.
you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
But yeah, the more we take out. I don't know if it's just me or if it applies to you as well.
Right.
Like in the back of my head, it's like, oh well, I don't have much clothes now. Let's just have a look online and browse.
Yeah. But because of that, like you'll always end up like overspending,
Yeah.
because you always, when you're browsing online, you'll see something that you like, you put it in your basket, or like, oh, that looks nice, and then when you go at the bottom and it says like similar product people buy or something, you'll be like, oh, that looks nice, and then you put it in your basket again, and by the end of it you end up with like 10 different items, and then you're just like, okay, I'll just buy it all because I like it all.
Have you done that?
Maybe. Hey, but it's not
Yeah.
good. Like it's
Yeah.
not good. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming clean. It's not good.
No one's
It's not-
judging you here.
It's not a good
I'm not
habit.
judging
It's
you.
not a good habit. Again, like, you know, financially, it's not a good habit. you know?
Do you think shopping online is more dangerous comparing to shopping in store?
I think so, yeah, because you can easily just
Get carried away.
get carried by anything. Buy anything you want at any time, literally. When you're shopping in store, you might go into a store where you not necessarily need anything there or want anything there, so it's easier to not buy. But when you're online on your phone at night, 12 a.m. you're scrolling through whatever website, Boo, ASOS, whatever,
Yeah.
it's easy to just click basket.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah.
But I don't really have the balls to click checkout though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen your baskets.
Yeah, my
Like,
basket is
you've
always
got like
so
100
full.
items, bro. What if you accidentally press
No.
the...
No, I never do that. No, I don't click checkout. I guess that's the thing that I'm proud of saying, that I don't press checkout. But when I do, I do.
Yeah. But then like going back to like overspending in it, like that's how like where give me a moment where you've overspent and you were like, oh shit, I've overspent.
Many times. I'm joking. Well, not really, but I guess a lot of the purchases that I did do, it did happen at uni, as you said, because you have so much freedom with that, you know, amount of money, and you don't know where to go, I guess. Yeah. I just didn't. Oh, the rain's really loud.
Yeah, it's picking up.
Yeah. I just didn't know how to manage that, and in a way, I was sort of ashamed to ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm quite. I wouldn't say upset, but that's what, you know, going back into like high school and like sixth form and college, like they didn't really teach how to manage money, like your own personal finance.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a big factor of your adulthood, is being able to be financially smart and like be financial, like have a, we call it at work like financial well-being. Is just being able to know what you're spending, know what you need, know what you have, and stick with that. And not overspend, because a lot of people go, especially this pandemic, a lot of people went through lost their jobs and had to, you know, struggling to make ends meet. And because of that, you know, it plays a big mental block in your head.
It does, yeah.
In worrying about what if you're gonna have enough money the next month or the next week or the next day or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
A lot of people are scared to like go on their phone and opening their bank app the next day and like worrying if they're gonna have money.
Yeah.
Like I've been there,
Yeah. I mean, I'm still scared of looking at my account.
I mean, definitely. It's because we weren't taught that way. We were taught to just spend. Well, we weren't taught how to really manage it. So I'm quite thankful for this, for the new job like that I have now. I'm working on.
Ooh, what's your new job?
Well, working.
Cheers!
Hey, this sounds nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I work. And I've already learned so many things, like how to manage your money. Even though, like, bear in mind, I'm no financial advisor. A disclaimer: I don't suggest anyone do anything I say or what. But like, I've learned so much, like just being able to manage your money and like being able to manage like credit cards, for example. Like a lot of people have credit cards, and a lot of people are scared of credit cards.
Yeah, that's true.
There's certain things that you can use credit cards that will benefit you in the long term, because it can build your credit score, help you be able to be, you know, for banks to be able to lend money to you. If you use it right and wisely, you can definitely take advantage of that. So how about you? How do you use it? Like, I'm sure you have credit cards as well, right?
Well, not cards. I have a credit card. A credit card.
Just one? No, but a lot of people have many. So.
I had a credit card, but I didn't really use it until like for the past 2 years. A year. Now I use it for my everyday spendage. So let's say if I go to Morrison's and buy like a mini grocery, I would use my credit card then, and then use my debit card, which money comes in to that account, and use that to transfer to my credit card. So it's sort of like giving and taking. And if you pay that off like on time, like I guess that's the most important thing. You can use a credit card, like that's not an issue, but it's just being consistent in your payments, I think, because I have had missed payments and I didn't realize the consequences with it until when I realized that, oh crap, like I had these missed payments in 2019.
The interest is high in credit card too.
How about you?
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, how you use it, just really making sure that whenever your credit card statement is due for that month, just make sure that you pay it before it.
Yeah.
So that when your statement comes out, you're in net zero, and then, you know, it looks good on your financial record from your bank.
Yeah.
and you're ready to use it, because it shows that, you know, you can borrow money and you're responsible with it. But I think a lot of people, where people go wrong is when they use credit card and they use it and they know they don't have that money with them, or money that's coming in. That's where the problem comes, because then they do repayments and they take longer to do repayments, and they try to chip the payments bit by bit every month. And when you're, let's say you have £100 on your credit card and you're only paying £5 a month, and your interest is, let's say, like 22% interest on your credit card, then you're probably paying interest most of it on that £5. Yeah, so I guess, like, if you do have a big credit card debt, the best way to go about it is I think is
just clear it out as soon as you can.
Yeah, clear as soon as you can. I know it's a lot of money, but then you'll be able to use that again when you've cleared it out. And also, like, there's this thing called balance transfer, which I've only found out recently as well, where if you have a big credit card debt, let's say like 2,000, 1,000, rather than, you know, if you look on your interest rate, most interest rate you're probably paying 22% above or just below 15%. But if you look in other banks, they usually have offer called balance transfer, where they'll offer you a 0% interest for a certain period of months. So, like, let's say Sainsbury's have 17 months 0% interest on their balance transfer. So whatever bank you have your credit card loan is, or credit card debt, you can open an account for Sainsbury's and transfer that money to Sainsbury's, and you don't have to pay any single credit card interest. So you're only paying the same money that you're borrowing, which is it's a big difference. Because if you're paying 20% interest on that that £1,000, you're basically paying £200-300 on top of that. But if you're only paying zero interest, then that's a big difference, because you're only paying the exact £1,000. So a lot of people don't know about that, like balance transfers, and don't really take advantage of it. They just say, oh, I'll just pay it like £50 a month. But that's that £50, £20, £30 going on that interest.
And I didn't actually know about that until you got this job, so it was nice that
I don't know.
You've got this knowledge now. Oh, by the way, if you're watching, we've swapped seats. We swapped seats because
we got kicked out.
We got kicked out at the spot that we first filmed in. So yeah, if you're wondering, like, what? But yeah, since we're talking about finances, you know, when just anyone around you just keeps telling you to save up and save up, I guess that doesn't really mean anything if you don't have a purpose of what you're saving for.
In a way,
yeah, because, like, at the moment we're currently looking for a new place
to
relocate.
We might shoot there. We might shoot episodes there.
Yeah, we might do a vlog in the future. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, and we were kind of having this conversation a few months back, and of how, what's the point of saving if we don't have a purpose for it? Like, you know, we could accumulate so much money. Let's say, for example, you've got £10 million in your bank account.
I wish.
I wish. I wish. And
I'll buy a country.
A country?
Yeah, so they can work for me.
Well, true. I'd buy properties for that.
Yeah, but what would you need property when you have a whole country that works for you? You just sit there, relax. We'll make podcasts forever.
Fair enough. That's your dream, I guess.
Go on.
But yeah, and let's say if you do have that lump of sum.
Lump of sum.
That doesn't sound weird. I mean, that sounds weird.
Lump of sum. That's what it's called when it's a big cash.
Lump of sum.
Lump of sum.
Lump
of sum. Because it's a big lump of some money.
Lump of sum.
Lump of sum. It's not lump of sum, bro.
Lump of sum. Lump of sum.
Lump of sum.
A lump of money.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. So you've got... I'm glad we got that out of our system. If you've got that... I'm trying not to say it. Lump of sum. Lump of money.
Yeah.
And you don't have a purpose, like you don't know what to do with it.
Give it away.
Give it to us.
Give it to us.
It's just gonna be sitting there in your account, rotting away.
Yeah.
And that too isn't healthy.
No, saving too much isn't healthy because you gotta enjoy yourself. You gotta spend money as well, like, you know, treat yourself. Like, why work hard, so hard, when you can't even enjoy it and share it to people that you love? So I'm quite, you know, I'm happy that we're in this process as well of saving up for a house or whatever crib there is available for us in the future, so that we can build our family in that house. And I'm quite excited that we're actually moving towards that, and that we've kind of set our path already, and you know, we've got a game plan on how we can achieve that.
Yeah, we've got a direction.
We got a direction, yeah, and it's quite nice. I think that's what you know, that's what's quite hard sometimes, is finding that direction of where you want to go in terms of your finances. How to start saving up.
Yeah, and I guess it's never too late to learn about it and understand your spending habits or your saving habits, and you know, don't be afraid to talk about it, because at the end of the day, you're trying to live, you're trying to feed yourself or feed your family or feed your partner, trying to provide, and it's never too late to learn.
Never too late to learn. It's never too late to learn not to spend too much.
Good man.
And it's never too late to learn to save.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Don't be afraid to look at your bank account.
Yeah, just don't be scared. The more you look at it, the more you'll be able to manage your money properly. And your finances, and being able to differentiate what you need and want will become more easier if you can get over that hump of looking at your bank account in the morning.
Hump a lump.
Hump a lump.
Lump a sum.
Lump a sum. Hump a lump. What you learned this podcast is hump a lump and lump a sum.
Forget what we said. Just think about hump a lump and lump a sum.
On that note, thank you for listening to our podcast.
And we hope to hear and see you soon. Bye.
Peace.
Amazing.